長門がお前を信じたなら、私はお前を信じる。あなたは闇。光のない世界では花は枯れるしかない。あなたを殺すために用意したこの6000億枚の起爆符。
Alright, hello. Time for another unboxing. And one I have been slightly afraid of, because due to the size of this statue, I expected some broken pieces here and there, but thankfully, I can say fortuitously that nothing was broken. Here we have the only female Akatsuki member and partner to the leader Pain himself, Konan from Naruto, made by Dream Studios. Now, Konan wasn't in my list to buy as a figure or statue when I started collecting them, and I ended up getting this one more on impulse because I saw it on sale and it looked amazing and I couldn't resist it, so I ended up buying it. Plus, she's one of the more attractive females in Naruto, and it is unfortunate she did not get more screen time before her untimely demise. Here we have the body, and it already looks amazingly done. I love the paint job and how it feels, and the posture she is in. Here we have the head sculpt, which is important to me since it usually makes the figure great or mid, depending on how it looks, which once again I am greatly pleased because it does capture Konan's aura she gives off in the anime. Also, it came in with a cool little golden plaque, which is very nice. And here we have one of the wings made of paper. Looks really cool, along with all the other little papers that will surround the base to add the effect of Konan controlling them. Now to cut open the second part of the package to show off the base itself, along with all the other little paper pieces that will flow around the statue. The statue itself costed around 238 USD, with shipping being roughly around $80 to $90 because it was shipped with the Shanks figure, which was in total of $155. Because I knew this figure was going to be a large one, I knew there would be a lot of pieces, and I was prepared to struggle to assemble them, since these types of statues don't really come in with instructions on how to put them together, but it was relatively easy, so I was thankful for that. Here we have all the pieces, and thankfully, it didn't seem too difficult to assemble them, which I'll show later. And once again, I am happy that nothing came in broken, and the base looks really cool. I have said this before, but the base can also really enhance the statue, and I love it when it's unique or representing to the character. The base, being the pipes in the water, are from Amekakure, or the Hidden Rain Village, where Konan is from. It can also turn on lights, which I'll also demonstrate later, which is a pretty cool feature. I'm glad most of the pieces were able to fit in nicely, although there is one piece that does kind of jiggle around, which is annoying, but it's nothing too egregious. Alright, now to put on the statue onto the base itself, which I did struggle a bit, and I had to be super careful because I thought I was going to break it trying to put her feet into position, which I also should mention that the coloring on her feet and hands are nicely done, which I'm sometimes afraid of because a hand and feet can be pretty difficult to capture in art such as drawings and figures like these, which is why I usually prefer when figures either wear gloves and or boots. I really do wish Kishimoto had more to do with Konan because I love her paper art techniques and it's unfortunate she did not get her own proper one-on-one battle to demonstrate her true capabilities as an Akatsuki member, other than her battle against Toby, since she did lose that one. And she was a partner to Pain, which I did have some expectations of her. Honestly, I would have loved if Konan had survived and helped the allied shinobi forces during the war. It could have been really cool to see Konan's unique paper style to seal away the reanimation zombies, and it would have been awesome to see how Konan would have fared against past villains, such as other Akatsuki members, maybe against one of the 7 swordsmen, previous Kekkei Genkai users. Hell, it would have been cool to see her fight against past Kages as well. But unfortunately, we didn't get to see much of Konan, especially since I really do love her design, and she is one of the prettiest females in Naruto, in my opinion. I was initially afraid to put on her wings because it doesn't seem to be much supporting the weight of it, but thankfully the wing pieces don't weigh too much, so it wasn't much of an issue. I really do love the whole divine aesthetic that Pain and Konan were going for, with Pain being God and Konan being her angel, which is appropriate because Konan is very angelic-like. Alright, the statue itself, up to its wing, is about 19.5 inches. And Konan herself, with the base included, is roughly around 14 inches. Alright, and here we have the light turned on. I luckily managed to find batteries in my house, though they were dying, so the light kept flickering on and off, but you can't really see it in the recording too much, so that wasn't much of a problem. Also, to turn on the light, the button is at the bottom of the base, which is nearly impossible to get to without lifting the statue and endangering the pieces to fall off, making it problematic to turn on, so it's usually better to just leave it off. Okay, now we have the close-up sections, and I do want to apologize that the figure is a bit dusty in these shots, and I did not clean it beforehand, and I gotta be honest, it was out of pure laziness, and I don't really own a little duster, which I really do need to get my hands on one. I tend to do these recordings after I get off of work when I'm the most exhausted. However, I do really need to try better to clean the figures before showing it off, since I won't really have another try. I'll try to do better the next time, since it does take time to edit and voice over these after the recording. So yeah, I just gotta do better. I really do love the statue, and it's probably one of my favorites. I love the size and the posture itself. The paper effects on her body is visually stunning. I'm really glad I managed to get this one, since Konan is one of my favorite Akatsuki members. In terms of design, since we really didn't get to see much of her personality, especially since she also didn't get to do much physically either, since she didn't have a proper fight. Although, what was the deal with the whole 1600 billion paper bombs? That was a weird thing Kishimoto did. He could have easily just put in 6,000 bombs and it would have been just as effective, or something along the lines. 600 billion is a bit crazy, if I do say so. And with that, we reached the final section of the video, which is the picture portion, and I want to thank anyone who watches the video, and goodbye. See you for the next one.